What's going on, guys? This is Epic Spawn the Undead here, and today is a very exciting day. Please excuse me if I seem tired or sluggish. I literally just got home from work, ran upstairs, booted up my PC, and here we are. We're going to be looking at a video for Grounded and reading the patch notes. I have not read anything. I have seen this video, but I am going to play it for you guys, and then I'm going to react and read it live for you guys. I'm not going to try to prepare anything. I'm late to the party because I was at work, so I'm just gonna try to get this out as quick as I can and just have the most, genuine reaction as possible. So let's go and watch this video real quick. So, they have this pinned on their Twitter now. Thank you. You're the reason we're having so much fun developing this game, and without you, we wouldn't be able to keep doing what we are doing. To thank you, we have a very special gift, and then this video. I've seen this. I need to build like that. I saw that, I'm like, damn, people are really building that? The cinematography for these videos are really well done. The bird! Look at that, man! Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Okay, so that's the video, and now I'm gonna click on the link and go to the patch notes we have here. I've yet to look at these. I don't know what's here. There's the bird in this screenshot here, so that's pretty cool. So I don't know if I want to read like, oh, okay. So it's not actually like a huge thing of like bullet points. Along with the bird, which players can expect to see feathers appear in the backyard to use for crafting, there are plenty of other goodies waiting. Players can now expect to see 2 new categories of quests available from Burg-L. Chip Sleuth quest that will ask players to explore to find missing Burg-L chips, and Artificer quest will ask players to craft specific items. Both quest types reward the player with raw science, which then can be used in Burg-L's Tech Chip Swap Shop to purchase upgrades, blueprints, and a new perk, Meat Shield. Perks are another new feature included with this update. These perks allow the player to select up to 3 different mutations to apply to their character to help them survive the backyard. That's exciting. These and more are waiting for you, and you can see everything included today by viewing the update notes posted yesterday. Also, there'll be a stream. A new vlog was released today to cover some of the new items in the update. I thought this list was just... Oh! This is the list of new... Okay, cool. So, I am gonna read everything. Sorry if this is a bit long. So this is just gonna be me reading it, my interpretations, whatnot. New features, we get the bird, including new crafting materials and recipes from bird feathers. Perk system with 13 unique perks to discover. It doesn't say how to discover them. Burg-L is one of them. New Burg-L quest types, Artificer and Chip Sleuth. Adding fence buildings. We did see that in the little teaser they posted on Twitter. Added table buildings. Table. So, okay, table. Added water flea ambient insect to flooded biome. Water flea to the flooded biome. Okay, so it's over on the west side of the backyard with the water sprinkler, I would assume. Changes in tuning. Buff damage on the Spider Fang dagger so it's higher end of tier 2 weapons. Thank you, dear lord, that was so stupid on how little damage it did. Buff damage on spike traps significantly. I never used it, so I don't know how bad it was beforehand, but maybe it's worth the trouble now. Spiders learned a new set of attacks to choose from instead of just the basic bite. Did they just get scarier? Because I was really good at blocking them. Added a brief force delay between block start events, preventing the player from perfect blocking by mashing the block button. That's a really good change, because I believe the combat being difficult in Grounded is part of what makes Grounded really fun. because in a game like Grounded, and a survival type game, you wouldn't expect blocking to be so important, but it is, and making it harder is gonna, in the end, ultimately make it a better experience. That's cool. Slightly reduce the bonus damage given by the eye patch. I never got to try the eye patch. That's unfortunate. Adjusting the Lava Blade poison proc so it's consistent, like it. Reducing the stun ratings of two-handed weapons. Reducing the stun ratings. Okay. That sucks, but that's probably kind of necessary. The Mint Mallet. The Mint Mallet and the Ant Club did the same, so I wonder if the Ant Club and the Mint Mallet are going to do different stun damage now, and the Mint Mallet would do more than the Ant Club, hopefully. Slightly reducing the amount of damage the Mint Mallet deals, so it's in line with tier progression. The tier 2 insects now have a cooldown after being stunned before they can be stunned again. Again, ultimately making the combat more balanced, more fair, and hopefully they fix the spinning. Perfect blocking no longer reduces armor durability! Yes! Perfect blocking no longer reduces armor durability. I could not believe that was a thing originally. It was incredibly stupid. Like, now you're getting rewarded for learning how to block perfectly, and it should have been in the game in the first place. Updated raw science UI icons to be more consistent across the game. Adding shortcut for dropping items in the inventory screen. Oh, a shortcut for dropping items. Cool. Okay, so I just read through the interface. None of it is that interesting or that important. So we're gonna go on to the world. Revised the Clover Cave layout and lighting. Moved entrance slightly. Woo. Revised flooded area layout in southeast corner of the yard. We'll have to check that out because it was like the bird bath and then the hedge. So how is that different? Who knows? Updated house electrical socket with final non-blackout art. Updated house electrical socket with final. Okay. So that's just where the hedge lab is plugged in, I believe. Items left in the world, not in a container, for 48 to 72 in-game hours will eventually despawn once out of range of all players. Items loaded from a save game from version 0.1 will have all item timers start at 0 to give players a chance to react to this change. Okay. Players and critters now create ripples in water while moving. Good change. Just an aesthetic thing, you know. Kids are starting to throw archer cookies over the fence, along with their billy hogs and apples. So, like we saw in the teaser trailer, we are now getting cookies along with the hot dogs and apples we were getting. Added a few footprints throughout the yard. Okay, so performance other. Okay, so let's just keep going. Base buildings will now be more reliably anchored and built on top of objects such as the baseball. Palisades will no longer immediately collapse when an attached building is removed. Water containers can collect falling droplets. So, like the thing you make with the acorn shell, you can place it under a thing of grass or a juice box and it'll just collect it automatically, because that'd be pretty cool. The player can now drink from water containers while holding weapons. So is it held in your offhand? Stairs may now be embedded in the ground like scaffolds or ramps. Cool. Walls that are sandwiched above by 2 floors will have their crenellation suppressed. The camera will slide to the correct position when interacting with a weapon wall mount. Tweaked the place position of the weapon wall mount to be more centered. We don't need to read the performance. I mean, unless you play on... I don't play on PC. It just looks like better GPU performance, better FPS performance. And better load game time if you have a large base. Okay, so some other stuff, some miscellaneous. Voice chat activation. Scab flavor scheme collectibles now have a pulsing light and are slightly bigger to make them more noticeable. They were extremely small and hardly noticeable before. They had a little bit of a yellow shine to it. But yeah, that's a good change. Hedge berries now float in water. That's awesome because when you're swimming, it wouldn't let you swing. So, like in the flooded area next to the bush, you couldn't get those berries because it wouldn't let you swing in the water. So that's awesome. Prevented very large numbers of ants from being assigned to the same task, such as killing a weevil. No more 30 ants trying to kill one weevil. Awesome. Reduce the camera near clip plane, fixing the camera clipping into the player when using a high field of view. Happened to me all the time. I think my field of view was like normal, and it was still constantly clipping into my character. So good. Polished up spear movement and aiming animations for first person. You should now see grass extend to the furthest reaches of the yard. Ants now find and store lost ice caps. So the mints will be able to find mints in like ant colonies, and or is it like the hot dogs and the honeydew that they have in their mouth and you get it once you kill them type thing? Soldier ants can now properly drop ant heads as loot. Okay. Tall woody weeds are now displayed as husky weed. Dandelions and husky weed both still supply weed stems. Husky weed now respawns. Ants will not be happy if you take their eggs. So I never got the eggs in my save. They just never spawned as far as I know. So now if you take them, they become hostile. The resource analyzer now animates when analyzing. That should be cool. A couple of new smoothies can be whipped up at the smoothie station. And then these are a bunch of bug fixes. I guess these are community issues. So let's just see what the top bugs were. And items and insects will spawn under the world less. Cleaning up items, insects that have fallen into the world, fallen through the level upon load. This should help with the insect population and egg spawning. They should no longer spawn inside the large pond rocks. We know that was very common and happened all the time. And this should also help with insect population and egg spawning. And if you play it on an Xbox, another huge bug fix was the constant green and purple flashing that happened on the edge of the screen. It looks like they have reduced that, so hopefully it happens a lot less often. And those are the patch notes. It's not... So, we have the perks to discover. We have new quests to do, so that means we have new chips. So I guess there's a ton of recipes that were added that aren't in the notes, which makes sense. I am gonna watch the dev update on my own, just so I know what to look for when I'm making my videos. We have the perks, we have the bird, we have the chip quest, and there's probably a ton of recipes that were added that just aren't in the patch notes. So overall, I was kind of hoping we'd get more creatures. They did make the combat harder with the delay between blocks, and the spiders are learning new moves besides the basic bite. It also made some fantastic tuning to some of the weapons. The Spider Fang Dagger doing more damage. The perfect blocking now doesn't hurt your durability on your armor. And nerfing the two-handed weapons was probably necessary. They were very strong. So there you go, guys. That is the overview of the patch notes of the little bird video they have on Twitter. I'm going to watch the dev update myself, and then hopefully the same day I'm uploading this or the day after, I'll be uploading some new grounded gameplay videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to bid you a good day, and just in case I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye!